So welcome once again, guys. We are up with the under Dreamer package technical discussion. Today topic will be differences between two-stroke and four-stroke IC engine. So let's get started. The format is like the same. I will be asking the question. You have to answer first. Then we'll discuss the further scenario. We'll discuss the cross question. What are the cross question can come out, and also I will be also telling you the according to the experiences of mine and other people's that how should you tell that in an organized way that interviewer will get satisfied by your question. So all right, let's get started. So the first I would like to ask Salman that what you will tell if this question would have been asked to you. Difference between two-stroke IC engine and differences between two-stroke and four-stroke diesel engine. Just okay.
So
If
you
you
want me
can,
to explain it, Mr.
yeah,
Raj?
yeah. I want you to explain. I want to give answer. How would you have give an answer in front of interview? Just like that only.
Okay.
If you can in front of camera, that would be great. Otherwise, it will also okay. It will be okay. All right.
Okay. So I would distinguish between two-stroke and four-stroke engine on the basis of some points of consideration. So like on the number of strokes. So in two-stroke engine, the complete intake, compression, expansion, and exhaust stroke takes place in two strokes of the piston, whereas that in four stroke engine each process has its separate stroke, so it happens in four strokes of the piston. There is one power stroke in every rotation of the crankshaft in two stroke engine, whereas in four stroke engine there is one power stroke in every two rotations of the crankshaft. The crankshaft to camshaft speed ratio in case of two-stroke engine is 1:1, whereas that in a four-stroke engine it is 2:1. The power transmission in case of a two-stroke engine takes place by a chain drive or a belt drive because the center to center distance between the two shafts is more, whereas in a four-stroke engine, since it is less, it takes place via timing gears. In a two-stroke engine, the power to weight ratio is more, whereas that in four-stroke engine, the stroke length in two-stroke engine is more. That is why a crosshead assembly is also required in a two-stroke engine. Whereas in a four-stroke engine, since the stroke length is less, a crosshead assembly is required. In two-stroke engine, there are inlet or scavenge ports and exhaust valves, whereas in four-stroke engines, there are inlet valves and exhaust valves. In two-stroke engine, the speed is less, whereas in four-stroke engine, the speed is high. In two-stroke engines, since there are less number of moving parts, so it has a simple design, whereas in a four-stroke engine, since there are more number of moving parts, so it has a complex design. In two-stroke engine, it has less noise, whereas in four-stroke engine, it has more noise. In two-stroke engine, the flywheel size is less since there is one power stroke in every rotation of the crankshaft. So the torque developed is more uniform as compared to that in a four-stroke engine where a larger flywheel is required. In two-stroke engine, the there is a stuffing box required to separate the cylinder space and the crankcase, because the two different stuffing boxes are used in two-stroke engines, whereas in four-stroke engine in four-stroke engines, since there is only one lubricating oil used to, so that is why no crosshead, no stuffing box is required. And on board ships, two-stroke engines are main engines, whereas four-stroke engines are secondary engines. So these were some points of differences in two-stroke and four-stroke engines.
Yeah, Rakesh.
Yeah, can I go ahead?
Yes, I will be asking you. Before that, let me give feedback to the Salman. Okay.
Okay. So whole process is completed.
Rakesh, hold on. I have to tell something to Salman. Okay.
Okay.
Because he lost clarity. Okay. Because he is losing clarity and he is confusing some of the things. Okay. So if he is confusing some of the things in front of me, so he will be confusing more some of the things in front of interviewer. You firstly where you started your losing clarity is that when you said the crankshaft and camshaft is connected with chain or belt drive, the reason what you gave, you remember?
Yes. Yes,
You are muted.
sorry.
uh,
Because the center to center distance is more.
this is the only reason, this is the only
I
reason.
I felt I felt that because even if they are running at the same same speed, and like the may and in case of four-stroke engines, if they are running at different speeds, so chain drive can be used by using sprocket of different sizes. So I thought that that better reason is center to center distance. That was my thinking behind not giving it as that reason.
It is tried and tested. Have you heard
Okay.
of any people that they said this thing and didn't face any cross question? Because the traditional thinking is that like because they move with the same speed and having a longer distance like a center to center what you are saying, so this chain drive or belt drive are okay, but it this chain drive belt drive cannot use for like you are saying that the some external mechanism sprockets by using the sprockets and all. So what is the matter of using a sprocket when you have this gear arrangement when is used in the mechanical field if the things are moving with the different speed? So the main reason is this only, okay, and it's a tried and tested.
Okay.
So better to go with
Okay.
tried and tested things. Yeah, include that the both. If you will include the both region, that would be more good. Okay. So
Okay.
when you said that
Okay. Okay. I know.
this center to center distance, and the reason was there was a cross question also on this, that why we cannot use this we are not using this gear arrangement in a two stroke engine. So the answer was like that in two stroke the center to center distance, the this crankshaft and camshaft are having a longer distance between them. So if we would be using this gear timing gear arrangement gear, the dead weight will increase, is it or not? Because of this
Right. Right.
yeah, and that can reduce the efficiency of engine because it will take more load. Isn't that would be reason? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It seems right. Yeah.
it seems right.
Okay.
So
Noted.
better to go with the tried and tested things. Okay, don't take risk. Yeah,
Okay.
this is one input. And also, what was my tip, guys? All of a sudden, he was telling that all of a sudden he went to the stuffing box thing. Okay, generally,
Actually, I forgot the like middle points.
yeah, yeah.
So that is why whichever thing came to my mind, that is why I said that.
That is what we have to practice, because there are 15 differences, major differences we are having, or the large number of differences we are having. If we would not be telling in a systematic way, if you would not be memorize the things, we can get blank in front of interviewer, and we can confuse the things, just he lost his clarity. Okay, in spite of having. So guys, guys, for each question, each important question, at my time I had practice in front of mirror 21 times, minimum 21 times, because in front of interviewer, the maintenance, the this your what is your performance would be either maintained or would be decreased. Okay, so don't take risk and memorize it properly. And yeah, I was saying that
Okay.
all of a sudden Salman went to this stuffing box thing. And for a mechanical engineer guy, knowing this stuffing box on board ship, I mean main engine, in auxiliary engine we don't have stuffing box. He also said that in the middle only, that is crosshead engine, it is called this and that. So it will put up a cross question. Then he will not, the interviewer will not let you the complete the things, because all of a sudden you are telling him the high concepts between high differences between the and after leaving the major differences smaller. So he would be trapping you by asking cross question, what is stuffing box, why these two types of lubrication is required. That would be leading you the answer the cross questions, and you would be at the same times thinking of, he had not let me completed all of the remaining differences which I remember. Now he is asking me question more and more. It will
Yes.
decrease your confidence.
Okay.
So
So I should do simpler
yeah,
points,
yeah,
simpler points
simpler
or
point
smaller points.
first, so that this conventional point first, so that he would be listening quite fully. And after, in last, why you must have went through this my top 30 question and answers YouTube video. In that
Yes, I did.
I said also why, what was the reason. I had to mock with Praneet sir, and in spite of knowing all the answer, he was like, Gyan, he was emphasizing that you, there is something difference, there is difference knowing the answer and prepare for the interview. You can't use your presence of mind all of a sudden. There are lots of stresses. Okay, so you need to think, so you need to mug up the things by understanding it. You need to bring some concept on your tips. No need to every time use presence of mind. This, so he asked me to write and start mugging up the things, because there are certain sets of question which is only asked in certain type of interview, in certain colleges interview. So every people will be telling faster every interview, then you, and you will be thinking first and giving answer view. That time lag
Okay.
can draw a
I'll
setback
practice
for
that.
you. Yeah, you have to practice that. And the one tip that I have given, that the simpler point first. Okay, and some of the things you left out, that in a case of two-stroke engine, you said that the lighter flywheel is required. Yes, and you also said that at every and you were not clear in saying that in two-stroke engine, since uh, a smaller flywheel is required, because in two-stroke there is one power stroke. We have only one negative stroke, one idle stroke. In a four-stroke we are having three negative stroke, three idle stroke. This negative stroke, idle stroke, you didn't mention at all, because and you didn't mention this, the in two-stroke engine, the torque, there will be less irregular torque will produce. This is all about fluctuation thing, because of in four-stroke engine there are three negative stroke, there are three stroke which require the energy. At that time they will fluctuate more, so to control this fluctuation, to control this irregular torque, the we use the energy of inertia of this flywheel, which is connected to the crankshaft. So you need to clear in that. It was like all of a sudden you messed up the things. You were going very amazing. Got it, Sanman?
Okay, I'll keep these things in mind.
Okay. All right. Now let me see if I have missed something. Yeah, you didn't told about this important difference, that is the efficiency of this engine will be more. Efficiency of two stroke engine is less. Efficiency of four stroke engine is more, because of poor scavenging, because of better scavenging. These things, you if you not tell this stuffing box thing, it will run,
Mm.
it will be okay. But this if thing, this efficiency thing, okay, this power to weight ratio, you if you not tell this bi-directional thing and unidirectional thing, it will be okay. But major thing, major conventional points, you need to remember that you have to tell first, and then after go to tell them to make them interviewer that you know something more other than other candidates. Got it, guys?
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Welcome. So Rakesh, you can carry on. If you want to take some break, you can take 30-second break. Then after you can carry on.
Okay, it's okay. From the first point, in two stroke, the whole process is completed in two stroke of the piston. That is suction, compression, expansion, and exhaust. And in four stroke, the whole process is completed in two stroke of the piston.
Rakesh left. Got network issue. Rakesh, you can carry on once again.
In two stroke, the whole process is completed in two stroke of the piston. In four stroke, the whole process is completed in four stroke of the piston. The second difference is the crankshaft revolutes once for the complete cycle in two stroke, and in four stroke, the crankshaft revolute for every complete combustion cycle is twice. And in two stroke, camshaft and crankshaft are either connected by the belt or by the chain drive because they are rotating at the same speed. And crankshaft and camshaft are connected with the timing gear in four stroke because they are rotating with the different speed. The cam to crankshaft rotation in two stroke is 1:1, and cam to crankshaft rotation in four stroke 1:2. In two stroke, we are generally having the ports, and in four stroke we are generally having the valves in it. For and then next is the rocker arm assembly is required in four stroke for opening and closing of the valve, but in two stroke there is no rocker arm assembly required for that. Power to weight ratio in two stroke is more, and in four stroke power to weight ratio is comparatively lower than the two stroke. Uh, it has a simple design. Basically, two stroke has a simple design because of its less moving part, and in four stroke it has a complex design because of its uh, high moving parts or more moving parts. In two stroke, flywheel required is smaller because the torque produced in that is regular. But in four stroke, the flywheel we require is that bigger one because the torque produced in that is irregular. For that we use the bigger flywheel. And thermal efficiency of two stroke engines are high sorry is less because of poor scavenging, and thermal efficiency of four stroke engine is more because of its good scavenging process. In two stroke, by increasing the stroke length we can burn the bad quality of fuel, but in four stroke we can't uh, burn the bad quality of fuel because it is a high speed engine. So in two stroke we can burn the cheaper quality of fuel, and in four stroke only good quality of fuel can burn. Then In two strokes are generally reversible in direction. Four strokes are generally irreversible in direction. On board ships, two strokes engines are mainly used as a main engine, and four stroke engine are used as a auxiliary engine. Two stroke engines are basically slow speed engines, and four strokes are basically high speed engine. That's all from my side. Gyan,
Yes, yes,
I'm audible.
yes. I want Sarfraz feedback on this. Sarfraz, were you active while he was
Yeah,
speaking? Yeah, give your
yeah, I was
feedback.
listening to his answers.
Give your feedback. Any contradictory point he said?
He said one point, that is, the fuel two-stroke engine can burn low-grade fuel. He said something else, but what was his answer for burning fuel? Can you please recall? Can you, Rakesh, please recall the answer?
In two stroke engines, the
Yeah,
stroke increasing the stroke length, we can burn the bad quality of fuel. But in four stroke, we can't this do this one.
correct. Yes, I heard something else. Then, yeah, correct.
Any contradictory point you noticed? Anyone noticed a contradictory point from Rakesh's explanation, from Rakesh's differences?
Gyan, please, you also give your feedback
Yeah, yeah. Give.
because I have to hear more.
See, there are 15 differences I have explained, okay, in my notes also and in my video also, okay, and which I have shared with you, Rakesh. But
Yes,
sadly, you lagged, okay, you need to work more.
yes.
And lastly, you said this point which I have not mentioned in the differences. Why you said? I am
Which
not
one?
aware. This one, I haven't mentioned this two-stroke engine is less speed engine and four-stroke engine is high speed engine. You know, for there will be contradiction coming up from interviewer side from if because in a case because on board ship we have this two-stroke engine is less speed, but generally since you are from mechanical background and there is a concept you will see that because of having less moving part the two-stroke engine is high speed engine, okay, so there is
Yeah,
contradictory coming and we had discussed earlier this contradictory is coming, so that's why we escaped these differences and this contradictory difference you should escape also because it is not tried and tested, okay.
okay.
And you also you mentioned this rocker arm thing, but I have cut it down. Why you mentioned this? Because you still having that notes that is having. I have cut it down. You didn't see I have cut this point rocker arm thing,
But that is the good point, I think.
but that is contradictory also. There are two-stroke engine where we use rocker arm, okay. General basis four stroke engine is required rocker arm assembly because of valve opening and closing valve mechanism things, okay. But since two stroke is having a port and having a scavenge port and exhaust valve, still it is Rakesh left, still it is having a exhaust valve. Don't forget this two stroke engine is having exhaust valve, so for that rocker arm can be used and rocker arm some other two stroke engine is used, so saying absolutely that we don't require rocker arm or rocker arm assembly is absent in two stroke engine would be contradictory because I had a discussion with one of marine engineer. He was saying that in our two stroke engine there is rocker arm fitted, so better to escape those points which are contradictory in nature and better to follow. And also what I am saying this because this is one of the sure question like VCRS they ask, So better to say in a, sometimes some people is saying in a case of two-stroke engine, in a case of four-stroke engine. Sometimes people explaining first that a smaller flywheel is required in two-stroke engine. In a case of, make it organized just like this, make it two-stroke engine difference, make it four-stroke engine. In two-stroke engine, the whole cycle of intake, compression, power and exhaust completed in two stroke of the piston. In four-stroke engine, the whole cycle of intake, compression, power and exhaust is completed in four-stroke of engine. In two-stroke engine, crankshaft revolutes once for revolute once for every completed combustion cycle. In four-stroke engine, crankshaft revolute twice for every complete combustion cycle. In two-stroke engine, crankshaft and camshaft revolutes with the same speed. In four-stroke engine, the crankshaft revolute twice as the speed of camshaft. You people is getting it. So you can use this hand gesture also to help you. This hand telling about this two stroke, what I did, the more, because the differences are large in number. Okay, what was the guys, this Farhan mistake was how he got rejected because of this thing. He confused the thing, he was telling like this only without organizing answer, and he confused this two-stroke engine has high thermal efficiency and four-stroke engine has low thermal efficiency. And Bradanja sir halted him and said that what, two-stroke has high thermal high thermal efficiency and four-stroke has low thermal efficiency. And since he was having this idea, I have spoken wrong, but there is some mindset that says that if I have spoken, let me justify this. And in the matter of justifying, Brajanga sir got bored and he said, based on your interview, you are not selected. Best wishes for your future. So got it, guys? You can confuse the things. So better to, and if you are saying in case of two-stroke engine, in case of four-stroke engine, say always in case of two-stroke engine, in case of, if you are saying in two-stroke engine, so say for every point in two-stroke engine this, in four-stroke engine this, in two-stroke, if you are saying in from the starting in two-stroke engine, then from starting every point say in two-stroke engine, in four-stroke engine. Got it, guys? Sarfaraz, you are getting it? And
Yes.
yeah, Rakesh, since you left the meeting, I would like to repeat this again, that rocker arm assembly, avoid this point, because there are some machine, okay, that uses rocker arm, because in two-stroke engine there is scavenge port, but at the same time it's there is exhaust valve also. To open and close this valve mechanism, we use rocker arm. So there are some engines which use rocker arm for two-stroke as well. So better not to say this difference. Got it? And you didn't say, you missed in that point that you said two-stroke engine has ports in it, ports, but the new two-stroke engine is coming with scavenge port and exhaust valve, and in four-stroke engine both it has both inlet valve and exhaust valve. You didn't mention that. You directly said that it has ports both. Okay, so it are the something, it is the something that is that where you are lagging. Let me check it again. Yeah, when you were telling that it is lighter, smaller flywheel required, you are not clear in that. Okay, when you will be seeing the recording, you will see simply, if you are saying this in two-stroke engine, smaller flywheel is required because the less irregular torque is produced. If he will ask that why the less irregular torque will produce, then you can carry on your explanation, because of this in two-stroke engine we have one negative stroke, in one stroke we are having that is idle, in which we require to give the power to that. Okay, that is negative stroke. That is in 4-stroke engine we have 3 negative stroke, 3 idle stroke. So because of this idle stroke, to maintain, to reduce the fluctuation, to reduce the irregularity in torque, we need a larger, heavier flywheel. Okay, because that stores the rotational kinetic energy, and that that reverts to the crankshaft. Okay, when the power stroke is not, happening in the time of intake and compression and exhaust stroke. Got it, guys? So that's where you were making mistake. And once also, see, the grammar plays also role, how you are saying it. Okay, see, it is already understood, known that 2-stroke engines are longer stroke engines. So no need to mention that in 2-stroke engine, by increasing the stroke length, we can use cheaper quality of fuel. No, we we can burn the cheaper quality of fuel because of having longer stroke, and because of having longer stroke only in 2-stroke engine, we need crosshead, we need this crosshead bearing. That's why it's called crosshead engine. Got it, guys?
Yes, bro.
Sarfraz, you are getting it?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were saying like that, Rakesh, 2-stroke engines are reversible irreversible in direction, and 4-stroke engine are not reversible in direction. This language is you are understanding.
Yeah, I will work on it.
Yeah, it's a bi-directional engine, 2-stroke engine that work in both direction, forward and reverse. Okay, it will also work, but you need to be perfect. Competition is not that easy as used to be earlier. Okay,
Okay.
all right. Now it's Sarfraz turn. You can take 30-second break, Sarfraz, to calm your mind. Then better to come in front of camera and explain it.
Yeah.
The differences between 2-stroke and 4-stroke diesel engine.
Yeah. I'm going to start now. Okay.
All right.
So the differences between two-stroke engine and a four-stroke engine are, that is, in two-stroke engine, the whole cycle, the suction, compression, expansion, and the exhaust is completed in two strokes of the piston. And in four-stroke engine, the whole cycle, that is suction, compression, expansion, and exhaust is completed with the help of four strokes of the piston. In a two-stroke engine has one power stroke by two strokes of the uh, by one revolution of the crankshaft, and a four-stroke engine has one power stroke with two revolutions of the crankshaft. A two-stroke engine can burn bad quality or low-grade fuel since the it has a longer stroke length, and a four-stroke engine faces trouble while burning low-grade fuel. The power to weight ratio in a two-stroke engine is higher, and the power to weight ratio in a four-stroke engine is lower. The crankshaft to camshaft ratio is 1:1 in a two-stroke engine, and the camshaft to crankshaft ratio in a four-stroke engine is 1:2. And the scaven in a two-stroke engine, it has poor scavenging, which results in more fuel consumption. And in a four-stroke engine, it is better scavenging. A two-stroke engine is used as a main engine in onboard, and a four-stroke engine is used for power generation. That is the auxiliary engines. A two-stroke engine is a reversible engine, and a four-stroke engine cannot be reversed. Yes, I have completed my points.
You didn't mention this flywheel thing.
Yeah, I forgot about flywheel. Yes, a smaller flywheel is required.
Sarfraz, you didn't did your homework.
Yeah, I practiced a few times, but I need more practice.
See, myself practice inside of having 50 technical discussion, myself practice 21 times. 21 times, one question. There were
Yes.
30 questions for 30 to 50 question for one interviewer. Okay, so this type of preparation required, guys. It is not a rocket science. It is some simpler thing you need to prepare in a perfect way. And Rakesh and Sarfraz, you are having this golden opportunity to get into IMS Goa. Rakesh, Sarfraz, if you people get IMS Goa, it will be better than Anglo. It will be better than Synergy as well. So do and see, one tip is for you. After saying that the crankshaft revolute once for every complete cycle and crankshaft and camshaft ratio, okay, you just went into this bad quality or good quality of fuel. This is not the way. Okay, if you are saying something, one tip for you, that if you are saying something related to crankshaft and camshaft, so tell all the differences that is coming from crankshaft and camshaft. What I did, that there are three differences that is related with the crankshaft and camshaft. That is the crankshaft revolutes once for every complete cycle. Okay, like,
Yes.
and crankshaft revolutes twice for every complete combustion cycle. Like what you said, in a case of 4-stroke engine, 2 revolution of crankshaft produces 1 power stroke. That is similar thing. Okay, so this is one difference. The other crankshaft and camshaft difference is that cranks related with crankshaft is that the crankshaft and camshaft revolutes with the same speed in 2-stroke engine, same RPM. Okay, in 2-stroke engine. In 4-stroke engine, crankshaft revolute twice as the RPM of camshaft. Sometimes people confuse camshaft, crankshaft, crankshaft 1:2, 2:1. Better to remember this crankshaft revoluting twice speed. Okay, crankshaft will rotate twice, because it is the crankshaft which is connected to the piston rod. Okay, then further this crankshaft is connecting with the camshaft. So this crankshaft revolutes twice, then once camshaft is revoluting. Got it? So
Yes.
crankshaft to camshaft ratio, remember 2:1. That is the most conventional. You will find every MCQ that that would given this ratio, crankshaft to camshaft, not camshaft to crankshaft. If you will be telling camshaft to crankshaft, 1:2. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. And the third crankshaft difference is that the difference related with the crankshaft is the crankshaft and camshaft connection. First, crankshaft revolution. Second, crankshaft camshaft revolution comparison. The third, crankshaft and camshaft connection. So you will remember easily,
Mm.
since the crankshaft having three differences, so it will be 3 points of your. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. You missed thermal efficiency thing. No, thermal efficiency you said. You told about port and valve in 2-stroke, because I remember only fewer points you told.
Yeah. Yeah. Evolve. Yes.
No, guys, since we don't have that much time. Okay, so this recording, I had thought of that you people would be listening that chapter. Okay, which I had with Avito Lorenzo, that session. The moment the after my interview over, I was feeling like very relaxing, and all of a sudden that I thought my remaining friends are not into that, they are still struggling. So better to share my experience, share my tried and tested uh, explanation. And what if I will forget on later day, so I ask Avito to do a session. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay, now Amstan, it's your turn. That I was busy practicing for written exam, so you will not get interview time for IMS Goa, remember that. Okay, so
Okay. Yeah.
anything you know, it's not a matter of shame or anything, you just know, just tell up. Okay, don't hesitate, nothing. Okay, so your
Okay.
question is What are the differences between two-stroke engine and four-stroke diesel engine?
So the differences between a two-stroke and a four-stroke is starting with a two-stroke. The whole process, that is suction, compression, expansion, as well as exhaust, is completed in one revolution of the crankshaft in two-stroke. So in four-stroke, the full cycle is completed, that is suction, compression, expansion, and exhaust is completed in two revolutions of the crankshaft. Secondly, in a two-stroke engine, the high temperature and high pressure at the end of compression is more as compared to a four-stroke engine. Thirdly, the fuel consumption in a two-stroke engine is more as compared to a four-stroke engine, as well as the lubrication required for a two-stroke is higher as compared to a four-stroke engine. Then the torque required or the torque produced by a two-stroke engine is more regular as compared to a four-stroke engine, because in a two-stroke engine there is one power stroke for every revolution of the crankshaft, while for a four-stroke there is power stroke produced for two revolutions of the crankshaft, so the torque produced is irregular. So a bigger flywheel is required for a four-stroke engine as compared to a two-stroke engine. So, and the camshaft to crankshaft ratio for a two-stroke engine is 1:1, while for four-stroke engine, the crankshaft to camshaft ratio is 1:2. And the application of the two-stroke engine on board ship is it's used in the main engine, while for a four-stroke, it's mainly used for auxiliary engine. That's it from my side.
Your mistake. Just you tell crankshaft to camshaft ratio is 1:2, but it will be 2:1.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And also, from where you got this two-stroke engine at the end of compression stroke in two-stroke, it will be high temperature and pressure.
And this is from Pranit sir's videos, I think. I not watch your video.
You you have any idea about Otto cycle and diesel cycle?
Yes, GYAN.
Otto cycle is for which type of engine,
Petrol engine,
and diesel cycle is for diesel engine.
diesel
Okay,
engine, yeah.
sorry, Otto cycle and the under is constant pressure is diesel cycle only, na?
Yeah, diesel cycle.
Okay.
Fuel is added at constant pressure, yeah.
Okay. So in Otto cycle, it has high temperature and pressure at the end of compression stroke, or in diesel cycle high pressure and temperature.
It's for two stroke, right? High pressure and high temperature.
So I am not talking about two stroke or four stroke. I am talking about Otto cycle and diesel cycle. Spark ignition engine and compression ignition engine. Spark
Okay,
ignition engine, that is petrol engine, is follows this Otto cycle, and compression ignition engine follows this diesel cycle. So
okay.
my question is, at the end of compression stroke, in which the pressure and temperature will be higher, in petrol engine or in diesel engine?
In diesel engine.
You know, no, this compression ignition, because it has to compress more.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I have asked the question was like that only, that this you have to tell the differences between two stroke and four stroke diesel engine. These both are diesel engine. Okay.
okay.
So in that award to say that this temperature and pressure, you must have seen this spark this difference in spark ignition and compression ignition, that in at the,
Yeah.
and in spite of that you did wrong, because in spark, in compression ignition engine, in IC engine, at the end of compression stroke, the temperature and pressure will be higher. Got it?
So the differences that you are classifying is for diesel engine, two stroke and four stroke.
Yeah, better to avoid this. Okay, it is not, I am
Okay.
not asking the difference between auto petrol engine and this diesel engine. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So revise that, and the next who is coming to explain this, then after we'll be discussing some cross questions, and after we'll be talking about the difference between compression ignition and spark ignition. Vasant,
Gyan, I had a question for you.
yeah, just hold on, Amston. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay, sure.
Anybody want to come next? Vasant Balan, brother, you want to explain? No worries. If Vasant is coming from Telegram, I'm sending my WhatsApp link. My okay. Join this WhatsApp group.
Sorry, bro. I'm not fully prepared now.
Okay, you are coming from Telegram or my WhatsApp. Hmm?
I'm in Telegram and WhatsApp groups, bro.
Okay, both all right. So anything you want, any differences you know, you can tell this. It's just a practice session for you only. Okay, later on you can prepare further. Any differences between two stroke and four stroke, you know, you can try it. After listening all of these people, you can try. You cannot, you should not avoid this. The choice is yours. All right, no worries. See, yeah, Amston, go ahead. What was your
Can if
question?
the yeah, if the interview asks for this difference, like how many points should I mention him?
I mentioned 15 points.
Okay, okay,
Okay, and he was more than happy. And
okay,
Mervyn Braganza Sarwal is smiling. And I and full conviction. Okay, guys, you have to be different. Okay, the confidence. There was one guy who had also Avito Lorenzo had taken his experience, interview experience. On my YouTube channel, there are guys who has failing experience also. Go and watch that. In that experience, he was like, he was telling all the answer, but without conviction, like a dead body is spelling out. So you have to be enough confident. You have to use your gesture, this confidence gesture. Okay, this your eye movement, everything. He notices everything. He listen. He just say behave like this, not looking anywhere, but notice everything. All of by mistake, I just said that sir, liquid is compressible. It will damage the compressor. So all of a sudden he said, what, liquid is compressible? And I said, oh sir, by mistake I have just spoken. It's incompressible, so it will damage the compressor while explaining this. Yeah. So that point of concentration he follows. Okay. So don't think like that. If interviewer is not seeing here and they are not giving more attention to you, you are not watching it attention. It's not meant that he is not observing your body language. In interview, your conviction matters more. How you are telling the answer. What are the points you are not telling? How you are telling? In two-stroke engine, in four-stroke engine, this, that, this, that. Got it? Amston. And yeah,
can yes.
okay, all right. Now,
I have
one question.
two
Okay,
questions actually.
okay, all right, go ahead.
The first one is why is just two-stroke engine has poor scavenging?
This port and
Poor
scavenging,
scavenging. Yeah,
poor scavenging.
yeah.
Yeah, I would like to ask other guy. Then after I would like to answer. First, tell me what scavenging is.
Scavenging is the removal of exhaust gases from the combustion chamber by filling it with fresh air.
Yes, all right. And why it has, why this four
Like I
stroke.
have got one answer from net, but that is not for
Le-
marine engines.
okay, let me if this question has been asked to you, asked to me, what is coming in my mind is that because in four stroke engine we have proper valve mechanism. Okay, this valve mechanism helps in pre-scavenging, post-scavenging, and in four stroke, because of this four stroke, because of this four stroke engine, the main reason is this, because of the this four intake, compression, exhaust, power and exhaust is happening very smoothly, like not like that in two stroke engine these things are happening simultaneously, so some of the residue trap remains in the combustion chamber. But in four stroke engine, because of the four stroke individually, separately, the pre-scavenging, scavenging and post scavenging happening very smoothly. This is the main reason I remember right now, isn't Avito?
Okay.
Avito, because of having four strokes, the separately intake and compression and exhaust making the scavenging better. Got something. Okay, so this is the reason I do correct. Okay, got it.
Okay.
What you are
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to say? All right. Any other
And
question? Yeah.
yeah, how is fuel consumption? Why is fuel consumption more in two stroke?
More in two stroke. Okay.
Like I have got searched in it, I have
See,
got the
see, see,
answers,
see,
but
see,
for
see,
normal old
see.
two stroke engines.
This efficiency thing you are getting it in two stroke engine. Dedicated stroke makes the scavenging better, so better efficiency. Oh, now
Yes.
the same reason, bro. The same reason,
Okay.
because of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
better scavenging. Better scavenging, what it does, because of better efficiency is more.
Better
Efficiency is
combustion
more.
of fuel.
Yeah, better combustion of fuel means you need to
Mhm.
burn less fuel
Yes,
for
fuel,
more
correct.
power. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
And four
Yes, yes.
stroke engine,
For
the
same.
burning is not that much good. There will be some residue, carbon residue. It will require more maintenance. Got it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it.
Okay. Any furthermore?
Yeah,
Now
lube oil cost of a four stroke is costlier, right?
it it matter that for which part you are talking, because if you compare with the two stroke engine, two stroke has separate cylinder oil, cylinder lube oil is separate,
Yeah.
and this crankcase
Crankcase oil is
will
separate.
separate. So for that it would be considered the this. Okay, and that is there is some concept that is specific lube oil consumption. Okay,
Okay.
specific
Okay.
lube or SFC. Okay,
Okay.
so if you will see on total fuel oil consumption, lube oil consumption, sorry, specific, if total lube oil consumption, it will this two stroke will be greater, because two stroke engine are bigger in size, they require a less splash lubrication, and so large. Got it? Size is huge as everything.
Splash lubrication is in four stroke, right?
Huh?
Splash lubrication is in four.
You haven't revised this Dreamer package. Surfraz go with Dreamer package in two-stroke engine lubrication system and four-stroke engine. Okay,
Okay.
okay. This is placed because in for mostly oil mist detector is found in two-stroke engine, and also this primary crankcase explosion, secondary crankcase explosion is happening because of what? Because of this splash lubrication, it is hitting the hot spot, and this all the things you will get it. Okay,
Okay.
further we'll be discussing further, because let's be constrained because of to avoid confusion.
Yes,
We'll,
yes.
okay,
Correct.
also now the next question is, what are the differences between SI engine, spark ignition engine, that is also known as petrol engine, and another is compression ignition engine, that is known as diesel engine. What are the major differences? I would like to start with Salman.
Yes. So SI engines are spark ignition engines, and CI engines are compression ignition engines. In SI engines, the fuel used is petrol, whereas in CI engines, the fuel used is diesel. In SI engine, the charge is air. The charge, air, and fuel are mixed outside the cylinder and then inserted in the cylinder. using a carburetor. And in diesel engine, the the fuel is injected after the compression of the air takes place. In SI engines, the compression ratio is less, whereas in CI engines, the compression ratio is high. In SI engines, the maintenance required is less. In CI, is more. In CI engines, the lesser maintenance required is more. In SI engines, the it works on auto cycle, and in CI engines, the cycle works on diesel cycle. The temperature and pressure reached in SI engine is lower, and in CI engines it is more. In SI engines, the flywheel size is less, and in CI engines the flywheel size is more.
avoid this avoid this flywheel size 2 stroke 4 stroke. I haven't asked it's 2 stroke or 4 stroke. Flywheel size is okay. You were going amazing, but lastly you
Okay.
okay. What are the values of compression ratio?
Yeah. So in compression ratio in SI engines it is around 8 to 10, and in CI engines it is around 18 to 20.
Okay. What an amazing explanation. You systematically told everything except this last what you told, this flywheel size. Okay. Yeah, when the question is about 2 stroke and 4 stroke, that on that basis flywheel size is designed. Okay. So avoid this. Okay. You were going that was very good explanation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And I had one doubt because like I fluttered also while talking in
Okay.
the maintenance part
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I
I
said.
am having said same doubt. I was about to say that this maintenance, I am not having the exact idea in SI engine what is the maintenance, which maintenance is which require more maintenance. I uh, Surprise, later you find it and tell me also that SI require more maintenance or CI. Generally,
Uh,
it is seen in
SI requires less maintenance.
yeah. I was also it is seen in diesel engine. Okay, this diesel engine since injector got clogged in our cars, making sense, Evito, making sense. Okay, see this is the benefit of having a people who uh, had participated in a lots of discussion. We discussed this I think earlier. Let's say this CI engine require more maintenance because this of fuel. For the time being we know this, we can further check from internet on all the things. And now Sarfraz, it's your turn. Difference between spark ignition engine and compression ignition
Yes.
engine. After listening you can copy him as well, no worries. I want you to be acknowledged about these questions.
Okay. Should I start now?
Yeah, 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 you can
A
start your
spark
camera.
ignition. A spark ignition. A spark ignition engine uses a spark plug to ignite the air fuel mixture, and a CI engine, first air is introduced into combustion chamber, which is compressed, and due to this reason, the pressure and temperature increases. Then fuel is introduced, and it auto ignites. And SI engine runs on auto cycle. A CI engine runs on diesel cycle. The compression ratio of a SI engine is from 8 to 12, and the compression ratio of a CI engine is 14 to 22. Less maintenance is required in SI engine as petrol is used, which is a clean fuel and has lesser carbon emissions. So the piston rings remains clean. And in CI engine, since diesel is used, it has some dirt. Due to this reason, more maintenance is required. SI engine makes less noise, and CI engine makes more noise.
This noise,
Yeah, I have added this. Like I have got in one.
Okay, after,
PDF, so this makes
okay,
more noise.
that PDF send in group also, because this is the question that is not asked in interview, GME interview, SICI.
Uh,
Yeah, that's why it's additional, since Amstel, because of Amstel the cross question came, and there's petrol and diesel difference, it's came out. So I think I thought to discuss here only, and Salman was very right, except one, this lastly what it said, the other you can follow this Salman explanation. Okay, okay guys, so now it's my turn. I will be explaining every points, and now guys, what your task is to take out the cross question. Okay, one point I will say, any cross question coming out from in your mind, so that from this question, if any cross question will you face in front of interview, you will know that what is the answer. Okay, so this is a practice ground again. So the first difference I am going to tell, any cross question coming from your side, we'll discuss that, and which we have already discussed, we can move on to the next question. Got it guys? Got it, Sarfraz? Okay, so the first difference is, the whole cycle of intake, compression, power and exhaust is completed in two stroke of the piston, in two stroke engine. In four stroke engine, the whole cycle of intake, compression, power and exhaust is completed in four stroke of the piston. Any cross question?
no.
No. All right. In two stroke engine, the crankshaft revolute once for every complete combustion cycle. In four stroke engine, the crankshaft revolute twice for every complete combustion cycle. Any cross question?
No, we
It
can
is
proceed.
what it is what it is. Okay. In two stroke engine, the crankshaft and camshaft rotate at the same RPM. In four stroke engine, the crankshaft rotates with the twice RPM than that of camshaft. Any cross question?
No, I think it's all right.
Okay. Now the next question is, in two stroke engine, the crankshaft and camshaft are connected with chain drive or belt drive because they rotate with the same speed. In four stroke engine, the crankshaft and camshaft are connected with the timing gears because they do not rotate with the same speed. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in two stroke engine, it has scavenge port and exhaust valve. In four stroke engine, it has inlet valve and exhaust valve both. Got it? Now, next, if any cross question, halt me. The thermal in two stroke engine, the thermal efficiency is less.
In
Yeah.
so in the ports, like in
What is the difference between
inlets.
port and exhaust, port and valve? You are asking.
No, no. I was asking that the interviewer will not stop and ask that is it like can there be engines with inlet valves and exhaust valves, two-stroke engines?
Inlet valve and exhaust valve in two stroke engines.
Sorry. Inlet ports and exhaust ports.
See, yeah, earlier there were earlier there were both port, but nowadays it is having exhaust valve. Okay, and it can be, why it can't be, because this valve and port has this, go with the, we have to go with the difference. This port is just a opening and closing door. Okay, but this valve is having a spring mechanism. Okay, this, okay, like a complex mechanism. Valve is more, okay, automatic thing. Getting it?
Okay, for
Okay,
better exhaust of this.
for pressure exhaust. So we are using here exhaust valve for to increase the efficiency thing and all. So better, it has not asked any time, but it will ask if you'll try, sir, like that. If I am able to think I am able to think that it is for something. You can guess at that time, because there are many things which can come out. Okay, at that time you have to think out of your logic, like think from your logic. Okay, now the next difference is thermal
So for this, I just thought of something.
okay.
For this specific valve versus port.
Hmm.
So if you see, mostly ports will be from the side,
Okay, yeah,
and then the exhaust valve will be at the top.
yes,
So if imagine this is the piston, all this bottom part is piston. This is just the piston, top of the piston. When it's going up, when it reaches this point, I've imagine in case one there's no valve, we are using port. So when it reaches this point, it has blocked the port right now. So this much of whatever is left, which I'm going to draw in red, is going to be exhaust gases, but they are trapped. So this might cause additional poor combustion in the next one because all of the exhaust gases are not being able to escape out. But if I take in the case of a valve, imagine port is now not there. The piston can go all the way as high as needed and is still space for all of the exhaust gases to move out from the valve as long as the valve is open.
making
So
sense.
maybe this is one of the
Making sense.
possible things
Yeah,
that you can say
port
on the
it
spot.
will
Yeah,
be
it
at
does
the
make sense.
sideways, okay, only, and this valve, it is making sense. So very soon Avito will be taking on this session, and he will be making you understand by drawing the things. He is very good in this explaining the things. You even earlier we did the compression safety session and many session with him. It was very understandable learning from him. So after me he will be the in charge of these things. So guys, do join as you are joining, and you will be having benefits of that for sure. The next point is that now the thermal efficiency is less in two stroke engine and thermal efficiency is more in four stroke engine. Any cross question, Sarfaraz?
Yeah, can you please explain how the thermal
It is
efficiency?
because of poor scavenging in two stroke engine, and in because of better scavenging. And how poor scavenging, how better scavenging? Because sir, in a two stroke engine it has only two stroke of the piston for all the four processes: intake, compression,
Mm-hmm.
power
Yeah.
and exhaust. Got it? But in a four stroke
Yeah, yeah, I
engine,
got
just
it. Yeah.
Avito said, they because of dedicated strokes, the all the process, for all the process, it is better scavenging happening. Got it? Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
all right.
as we have earlier discussed, because this point also, in two stroke engine it requires lighter flywheel because torque produces relatively less irregular. In four stroke engine it requires heavier flywheel because torque produces more irregular. Got it? And why it produced, we have already discussed. In four stroke engine this is three negative stroke. In two stroke engine this is one negative stroke, one idle stroke. Got it? Okay. Now the next, in two stroke engine it has high power to weight ratio. In four stroke engine it has lower power to weight ratio. What it means, if there will be the weight, same weight, okay, for same weight two stroke engine will have high power. Why high power? Because the frequency of strokes, power stroke will be more. Okay, number of power stroke is will be more. If it will have 100 power stroke, then it will have 50 power stroke only. For that reason, for same weight and all the things, this will have more power to weight ratio. Okay, this will have more, this will produce more power. Got it, guys? Now the next is, in two stroke engine it is two stroke engine of simple two stroke engine is of simple design having less moving part. Four stroke engine are complex design having more moving part. This is the general knowledge. Two stroke engines are bidirectional engine used as a main engine on ship. Four stroke engine are unidirectional engine and used as auxiliary engine on board ship. The length of stroke is
Uh,
longer. Yeah.
I had a question
Yeah.
regarding this direction.
Hmm.
So, like, can you explain how this uh,
Bidirectional.
bidirectional and unidirectional thing?
Okay. You have propeller on board
Okay.
ship. This propeller is connected with the two-stroke main engine. This propeller rotate in this direction also, in this direction also. Yeah, Vito. Vito, you are saying
No, I'm
something?
not saying anything.
Okay. So
No, no,
bidirectional
no.
means that rotating in both direction. Okay, because of this propeller rotates. No, just understand the because of bidirectional engine only. This propeller is sometimes rotates this side and sometimes rotate clockwise anti-clockwise. Got it? Because and why it is bidirectional, how it can be bidirectional, because of the simple part, because two
Yeah,
stroke
yeah, I had that question only.
because it has it is simpler than four stroke engine. The changing of fuel and other things, fuel valve and other valves, by changing something we actually reverse the direction. Okay, so because it is done because of having less moving part, having simpler design, so it is easy to make it bi-directional. Okay, but in a case of four stroke engine, it's a very complex engine. It cannot be, it is unidirectional, can be used only unidirectionally. Got it? Now the another important thing to know about that the length of a stroke engine is, in two stroke engine generally the length of a stroke is longer, that that is why it's required crosshead bearing and called crosshead engine. And it in four stroke engine the length of a stroke is relatively smaller and hence do not require any crosshead bearing, and called trunk type engine. You know crosshead bearing is what? There is something you know, we have piston, we have crankshaft. To rotate we are having this rotary motion and we are having this reciprocating motion. To convert this rotary motion into reciprocating motion, to help this conversion, we had this extra crosshead bearing. It helps. Okay, if it would not be crosshead bearing, that because of the longer piston in two stroke engine, it will create a upside side thrust, like it will be exerting force on the walls of the cylinder. Okay, without crosshead bearing. Okay, now the next is cheaper quality of fuel can be burned because of having longer stroke. And this region I had told in synergy interview, that why we can use this cheaper quality of fuel and all. We went into the discussion of very deep, then there were many reasons I had given to that captain. Okay, so and good quality of fuel is burned in this four stroke engine. Okay, and has shorter length because of shorter length of stroke. And two stroke engines are more noisy, four stroke engines are less noisy. And now the last one is that we will be discussing this why it is so. Okay, then in two stroke engine stuffing box is required to separate crankcase from the cylinder, because two different quality of lubrication oil is used for cylinder and crankcase. In four stroke engine it do not require stuffing box, because same quality of fuel lubrication oil is used, same quality of lubrication oil is used for cylinder and crankcase. So anyone would like to tell why in two stroke engine we use, because this was the cross question asked by me when I told this, and that's why I had put this point at in last, because lastly when I will say, I would be clearly, I would be relaxed in a relaxed mode. I would be explaining him. That's why this was my thought. That's why I kept it. And why I kept it, because I was very confident that if I will be explaining this, he will be impressed, because I will be knowing more other than the mechanical guy who is appearing for GME, because of my friend on board ship. So guys, can anyone tell why this stuffing box is required in two stroke engine? And why this two quality of fuel is requiring for lubrication? Two quality of oil, sorry. Surface.
A stuffing box is required in a two-stroke engine
Because what?
because huh?
Hmm?
Yeah, if the piston breaks, then also the exhaust gases cannot enter into the crankcase.
Hmm. Why this two quality? We are having this different quality of lube oil in two stroke engine. Why? Question
No,
is
I
that.
don't know that answer.
Okay. Now
To,
Amston. I will be asking Salman later because I think Salman would can answer this. I as I am believing because of his performance. But Amston, what is the reason? Why we use this? Uh,
No
uh,
idea again.
okay. Now Salman, it's up to you.
So yeah, so in two-stroke engines, so the temperatures are high, so the acid formations takes place inside the cylinder, and since acid formation is taking place, we want it to be neutralized, and the lube oil which we are using for the cooling of the cylinder liners, so there a higher total basic number, meaning higher basicity of oil is used, which is costly. And since this is not the case in case of lubrication of other parts of the engine, there we use lower basicity of oil. So that is why to separate these two oil we use stuffing box.
Okay. Well tried. Because of this bad quality of fuel we are burning in two-stroke engine, that's why there is a acidic formation of SOx and NOx, sulfur dioxide, trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, trioxide that can that can degrade the quality of lube oil. So on the daily basis, we use a large quantity of lube oil in a case of two-stroke engine, like amount 30,000 liters on per liter, 30,000 liter on a day. So this, because of this acidic formation, it will degrade the whole oil. So we are separating this cylinder lubrication, cylinder oil and crankcase oil. Since we will be having this two different quality of oil, and two different quality of oil, that in that cylinder oil will have higher TBN. High TBN means total base number will be high, because there is a acidic formation to neutralize, as the Salman said, we need to neutralize it, and to neutralize that we need a high TBN oil, and this high TBN oil is very much costlier. And since, as I said, the large quantity of lube oil is requiring on a daily basis, so to save the cost, to save the price, we do that, and to prevent the oil from wasting more. Got it, guys?
I had one doubt.
Yes.
So this figure that you told about the consumption of lubricating oil, is it total of both, or is it just which oil?
So I have told from the dreamer package what Prince sir told, it is total of both 30,000 liter, as much I am considering this, because he didn't specify this 30,000 liter, 13,000 liter. Better if you say that approximately 13 to 15,000 liter per day. This is up to you. He will not going to reject you on this, but I am not very much sure it is for both or it is for. I think it is for both only. That's why, na, for
Okay.
two-stroke engine. It is for both only. As much as I believe, like, got it, guys. Okay. So this was all about differences between two-stroke and four-stroke. How you people are going to say it, because this is the common traditional question you need to know. You know anything or not? These are the some question like VCRS, two-stroke and four-stroke engine. Got it, guys? Now tomorrow our next session will be on safeties. Okay, starting with the refrigeration safety. Soon my refrigeration safety tomorrow video will be coming up from the by the morning. Okay, I would like to request you guys, if first learn from the dreamer package. Okay, then after go through my refrigeration safety video. Okay, and because these are the safeties thing, compressor safety, refrigeration safety, boiler safety, auxiliary engine safety, main engine safety, these safeties are very important to know about. One of the guy recently got rejected by in an interview because of the auxiliary engine safety. He was appearing for the next for the second time. So the people who are appearing for twice, their for interviewer, their expectation for interviewer expectation to them becomes very high. So you need to work hard, whomsoever has already experienced. So guys, that was all about today. Any question leaving behind?
Can you share me the link to join? One boy wants to join in our group, so I will
Okay,
share
okay,
him the link
okay,
of
okay.
our Let's Learn group.
Okay, okay. I will be sharing you just after this meeting, and soon
Yeah, 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 sure.
Avito will be carrying on with this. Avito, are you ready for that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Avito has its his own way. He explain the things by presenting the things, by making the diagrams. You will feel more. You will have more picture clear for everything. Okay, so this will be carrying on the things, the YouTube channel, the recording session, the meeting session, everything will be carrying on after me. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Just again one more thing.
Yeah. Yes, Sarfraz.
Yeah, do you have those questions like every questions for each topic? Like, do you
I
have
will
those kind
send. I
of
have
questions that interviewer
one
will
more.
ask?
Okay, okay. I have one question, one PDF. I will send that will help you. Okay. We can.
Yeah, yeah, please,
Okay,
please.
okay, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Best
Thank you,
wishes.
Gyan, for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gyan. Thank
Uh,
you, Gyan.
you're welcome, guys. So,
Yeah. Bye, guys.
It has been
uh,
very helpful.
okay, Salman, everyone, I want you to also join us soon. So, this was Gyan Prakash signing off.